Here, how we doing this here? So the first thing that we need, we want to prove this. So remember, I always like to try to have an idea is, what is I to the n minus 1? What would that look like? What would I to the n minus 1 look like again? It will be the integral of 1 and 0 of x of 1 minus x cubed to the what? N minus 1. That's okay? You see? So we're looking for this, right? So, first thing first, I to the n. So I to the n is the integral between 1 and 0 of x, 1 minus x cubed to the n. So my question is, what do you think we're going to differentiate? What do you think we're going to integrate? Jesse, what do you think? Look at what I want to get. Look at what I want to get. Think about it. If I differentiate this and I integrate this, will I get n to the minus 1 there? How do you get the minus 1? Whenever you differentiate. Yeah?
So it's 4, right?
4?
4 nil.
4 nil?
And I said,
1 minus x cubed to the what? N, because we can differentiate. Why are we differentiating? Because this is the only thing that could give us n to the minus 1. And therefore, we're going to integrate this. All right? So help me differentiate this now, please. Bring down the power. Differentiate in the bracket. What will that be? Minus 3x squared. Write back the bracket. And minus 1 for the power. Okay? And what's the integral here? What's the integral of x? X squared on 2. Right? And then we're going to substitute in the formula the integral of u dv. All right, in the formula for you, right? Right, the integral of u dv is u by v minus the integral of v du. That's okay? Right. So, copy down till here, make a substitution, and then we go and work it out. All right, let's continue with this and then we'll go back and do the Tracy after homework. Who wanted it, anybody?
yeah.
Wanted? Good. It's not good.
All right.
Oh yeah, make your substitutions, huh? Make your substitutions. You all recognize what type of integral is this? Definitely theta values, right? They have values, so you're going to have some substitution to do. Yeah, he is. Yes, Faith? Right. So you're multiplying what? You're multiplying u by v. So you're multiplying 1 minus x cubed to the n u by v, right? What you are doing, right? I just put in the half here. I put in the half here and I put in the x squared here. Okay? I put the half in front and I put the x squared here. But remember, it's a definite integral. So I put in a line here to remind me to substitute 1 and 0. That's okay? Substitute 1 and 0. Minus the integral of v. This is v. Integral of v by du. So I put in the n outside so I don't get tied up. I put in the minus sign outside so you don't mix them up. And inside here I put in 3x squared copy down here because I want to show you a little things here. Right? Ready? So, all right, in here in blue now. Adelia, you can help me out here for the first part. Or not? No? But you follow how I reach up till here? You sure? What do I do here with the 1 and 0? What do I do here with the 1 and 0? Substitute 1 and substitute 0. That's okay? Yeah? So I to the n, I substituting 1 in here, but what will happen? When I put 1 in here, I'll get 1 minus 1, which is, so I'll get 0 minus. When I plug 0 in here, what will I get? I'll get a half by 1 to the n minus 1, sorry, by 1 squared. Sorry, I meant 0. And 1 there is 0, right? I meant 0. Sorry. What will happen here, Olia? What will happen here? Everything becomes 0, right? See that? When I put 1 in here, it becomes 0. When I put 0 in here, it becomes 0. Plus, I just factor in out the half. X squared by x squared. I factor in out the half and the 3, right? And here becomes x to the 4th by 1 minus x cubed to the n minus 1. Right? Let's go again. Copy down until there. Copy down the part in blue and see if we can write one more line. Oh, yeah. Ada minus here. So I'll pull out the minus then. Stop it down. Hello. All right, yeah, Pete, how far each? Right, this part here turns out to be 0, right? So now we have 3 to the n on 2 by the integral of 1, 0. Right, did I multiply that right? X to the 4th by nice. When you reach here now, what are we gonna do? Any ideas?
So you put the detail again. So yeah,
Right, parts again.
yeah.
Any other options we have?
Yeah, because okay, about and I and minus 1 is for the x like
Right? But the slight problem is I to the n minus 1 is this.
yeah.
But no, you remember they can't factor out there.
Need to break down it. Not talking about the one.
What's that?
I take it down. Yeah, yeah, good soon. You do
What is
the
so?
reduction from formula.
This is the formula that we're trying to get. This is the reduction formula we're trying to get.
Right, so good soon.
So integration might pass one more time. Integration might pass one more time. Try it. Try it. How are we going to integrate that? To integrate that, you have two options. There's a product, right?
Yo.
So the integration might pass again, or and a product room. And a product room for integration. Integration might pass or substitution. 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 See substitution. Oh yeah, try that there. All right, so let's focus on this now, right? Let's try the integration by parts again and see what happens. U is x to the 4. And
Yeah, you don't know how to do that. Yeah. Watch it.
No, I just thinking which one is the easiest way.
Let me try it. I honestly want to sort it. No, X4 is still because of one minus X3. I can't sleep.
Nothing cancelled here.
No. Everything's perfect there. It's not easy way out. Go on.
Yeah, make no mistake.
I have to work now.
You write that here, sir. Because if you choose the wrong one here, you had to go on next step. So do write that here.
I can get 10. And then after what is something? Very well.
Let's go, man.
Yeah. I just oh, it's not with it, Sir, I gotta read this right here. You know, sir. I like a serious question.
Yeah.
So getting boss of the blue, right? Go there, they want to know.
That makes no sense. Right, sometimes what's happening is maybe I choose the wrong thing here. Yeah, I'll do it on paper. All right, let's go back to one in the past, but I know it have answers still, right? Leave a little space for this one.
What should the phone? What do you
Explore last year, whatever I think.
Ah,
I'm already close. You're not phone. Yeah.
is it -1 or +1? -1?
Wait, no. We are chatting.
That's why I made the system.
All right, try this one here. Try this one here. Let's go and do about this one.
What did you guys give us?
And I'm play this. Try this one, please. Try this one, please. Which one? Which one will you differentiate?
No, leave that for you.
Which one here you differentiate?
It's come on, bro.
Try this one up. Try this one here.
Sir, I can replace it with that X. Yeah, I can replace that X. Alright, because I go to. So your math is not the same thing.
Yeah, try this one here. So what will you differentiate? U to the sorry, H to the N or the ln H?
Which one is differentiate?
Which one you differentiate? Ln H or the H to the N? So ln, you differentiate ln and you integrate
Yeah, one on X.
and you integrate H to the N, right?
Yeah.
Try that, Tuma. Hurry up, try that there, quick, for far reach. On the board, hurry up. Hey, are we done?
Yeah.
Hey,
Finish kung naman kami update. No. See how you study church.
alright, I'll get through this one. Anybody get it? Right, let's take a look at this one here. Now, come back, let's now undo it. Alright, so watch this here, right? Let's look at this one here, right? Hey, hello, come now. Let's try and do another tree. Right, so what we're gonna use as U, finish. Right, U is what? What we using as U again?
Lord X.
Ln H. Everything is with respect to H, right?
I put perspective.
P is what? H to the N, right?
Yeah.
What's the integral of, what's the differential of this?
1/x.
What's the integral of this?
H to the power of n plus 1
Over,
over n plus 1. H plus 1. N plus 1.
right? And now we're going to substitute, right? So it will be U by V. So I'm putting this in front. So it will be H to the N plus 1 over N plus 1 multiplied by ln H, right? U by V minus what? Minus the integral. Had no limits, right?
DU.
Right, by this. So it will be 1 on H by H plus 1 over N plus 1 dot DH. What will happen inside here? What will happen in here? Right, N plus 1, and you have an XH here, right? So that'll be minus N plus 1 minus 1, which is H to the N. over n plus 1 dot dh. Right? Can I take the n plus 1 outside? Yeah. So that'll be h to the n plus 1 all over n plus 1 dot ln h. What do I do after that? I could take out the n plus 1, right? What's the integral of h to the n now? What's the integral of this? What's the integral of this? So that'll be h to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 ln h minus 1 over n plus 1. What's the integral of this? H to the n plus 1 over n plus 1. What do we factor out now? What we could factor out? H to the, right? But look at what you have here, right? So what should we factor out?
Factor h to the n plus 1 over.
Right? So you have to factor out exactly what they have there, right? Cinch it up to the last step.
And now I'm going to. Hey, Darren. Should I look picture? Yeah, I see that. I think, okay. Yeah, the model. Yeah,
Oh, wait, sorry, they're online. Right? I'll do the right in here. Right? What do I factor out now? What do I factor out now, you said? Factor out h n plus 1 over what? N plus 1 squared. What would I be left with? I'll be left with, right, n plus 1 by ln h. Remember, I factor out squared, right? Minus, when I factor out this, so it's minus 1. Right? Just flip it around and you have your answer. Okay? Let's go again. Yeah, I'll do it carefully. Let's see if I pick the wrong thing close.
Yeah, good chance. Good chance.
I'll put it after, see by the way. Right? You okay with this one? That here was that was 20. 2015. 2015. Try this next one here. That was 2015. Try this one. Oh yeah. I'm not sure for the C, right? But there's an I and there's a G, yeah? There's an I to the M is this and G to the M is this. And they gave you this identity on top of to use. Yeah. Try this one. Try that one there. Look at what you want to prove, right? Look at the G to the M minus one.
I might be on somebody else. Beat on the lasagna.
Jam this one now.
That's weird.
Huh?
It's
Starting with I am. Yeah.
It's getting lost.
Now what time? Don't follow which one is starting with? Huh? So where y'all think we're gonna start? So we have to start with the first one, I am. Right? And what would you differentiate? What would you integrate? Try and figure that out, right? Please remember they gave you identity and top to use. Okay? This one a little bit harder than the last one, of course.
Yeah.
These are all reduction formula, or you can use substitution.
Yeah. But it is the same. Like, we stay, that's the about. And then you have to be like, sure, that is.
Yeah. Any ideas? Right? So watch this here, right? You want to get so watch this here. This is your I to the M, right? And you want to prove this somehow or the other. We had to get G to the M in it. Okay. So how do we start? J to the M is this. How do we find our way now to what is this?
Yes.
What is this?
Yes.
Is there any way to differentiate or integrate sign and get 2x? No, right? And this always stays the same. So, but what should we have here? Is there a way to bring in 2x here?
Maybe.
Did I write it correctly? Sine 3x sine x is equal to sine 3x x by. Yeah. Any ideas what we could possibly do?
Yes.
What we could possibly do to try to find a way to turn this into something with sine 2x. Right? Remember, it's a proof. So you are trying to figure out, okay, how I getting this, how I getting cos and cos. This mightn't be too bad,
So,
right? Because I have sine 3x here. Right? So this mightn't be too bad to get. But the problem is how I'm gonna get this. So you have to think of the identities, right?
why then?
Anything we can do?
So I will already formula.
Right? Rearrange the formula and get what? Rearrange it
Yes.
and then do what? Cos 3x sine x plus sine 2x. That's what you're saying? Something like that. So where will this come from now?
So now you're gonna divide by cos x.
You're gonna divide by cos x way.
So.
Now, anybody else? What else we could do? I want to find a way to gain this 2x somehow. What should I give you?
Wait, no.
Think of something I showed you at the end of the last, yeah? Okay, so and then why was substitute? So if you make sine 2x subject, you will get this minus this, right?
Yeah.
And where will you get that then?
What's the we'll use GM?
Huh? Now we have to start with IM in terms of this. Think about it. There will be some hard ones. This is probably the hardest question I think on paper. Because this becomes hard and this becomes sorry?
The very last question.
Yeah, because the last question about the when we take it. Try it and see. Or you can put it in ChatGPT and see. This is a rule of down is syllabus there.
Yeah, so
But try it and see. But you can go on in ChatGPT and see. Yeah. So my question is this, right? How do we how do we try to simplify this? Look at what I showed you last day about to the power n. What we did, right, right. So can I write this? Cos m to the minus 1x by cos x. And when I add it, multiply these two, I'll get back this by sine 3x dot dx.
Yeah.
And we have an idea what this is now? What this is?
That. Good.
No, that's called sine x minus sine.
Plus, sine plus.
Yeah, so.
Okay, yes. Yeah,
Yeah, what it says?
as plus 3x sine x plus.
That's this here, right?
Yeah.
That's cos 3x sine x
Plus.
plus plus sine 2x dot dx. Yeah. So now we know what about I to the m. I just multiply this out now. What will this become?
So, alright. You losing minus one. So you can factor the plus to the minus one. But you get GMs.
Sorry.
Need to get rid of the
GL minus what? Sorry.
Okay. Alright.
Well, yeah, this one. 2012. We did 19 already. Yeah, we did 19 already. I didn't do the F of 3 part. Oh, we did. Yeah, this one a little bit long, but yeah. That came already. That's what I do after. It's a repeat. Right, Collier, the reason I'm doing it two ways is I want you to tell me which one shorter, right?
This one.
No, I'm not done with that one.
You're not done with which one? Oh.
I didn't make a substitution yet to work this out. I was just trying to avoid. I wanted to show you something else here. Because I would die that one was looking long. I want to check something.
Yeah, that's the idea. No, yes. Yeah, no, yeah, no.
All right, watch this here. Right, sorry about this, right? But when he was doing this, right, we ended up right here. But you all recognize how the integral looking? That 2 different parts in it. So in order to integrate this, I'm going to have to break up. Remember, cos 3x is cos 2x plus x. I have to use the identity and work it out. That's why I stop here. Right? The reason I stop here because I didn't want to put in the identity and then work it out. It'll be a little bit long. But here now, watch what I did instead. What I did instead here is I treated like a normal integration with parts. I chose this as u, I chose this as dv. I differentiate this and I integrate this. That's okay? No? Right, I start over. Forget this. Forget this. Right? Because I don't know if you remember the identity and the substitute. Forget that. Let's start back here. Forget that. This is 10 marks, 8 marks. Right? Now we start back here, right? So wait, Kevin,
What's it looking at? What can you use that for?
Kevin. You rule. Right? Watch this here. Right? So this is your U, this is your V. dV, I mean. You differentiate this, bring down the power, differentiate the cos is minus sine, right back cos minus 1 from power. What's the integral of sine 3x? Minus 1 over the differential of 3x. And the integral of sine is minus cos on the right back 3x. That's okay? And then I'm going to unplug it in the formula, u by v. U by v. That's okay? Minus du by this. So I pull out the minus 1/3 and the minus m, and I get this. And I write inside here, sine x cos x to the m minus 1 by cos 3x. That's okay? Are you okay with this line here? Those who with me still. Daniela, are you okay with up until here? So when you reach here now, what's the next step? I leave it as it is. Right. What I was saying. So I reach here. Are you okay with that? So I'll leave this as it is because what's your answer? Right? So I'll leave this as it is. That's all right? And then here now, I am going to try to simplify here. What I did here is cos 3x is what? If I make cos 3x subject to the formula, what will it be? This minus this over. Why did I do that? The reason I did that is that I don't want to have to work with these 3 products. Right? Same problem here. I don't want to work with those 3 products. It's technically totally the same thing. Y'all saying that? So I don't want to work with these 3 products. So I replace sine 3x. That's okay? So if you want, you can do the same thing here. So leave about 8 lines after this. Right? Leave about 8 lines after this. So watch here. So the sign will cancel. Right? And then, so ignore this part here. Multiply this by this. Right? Multiply this by this. And you will get this line here. That's okay? Then multiply this by this and you will get this line here. I expand this out. What will happen in here? This is cos x to the m minus 1 by cos x to the 1. So when I add the powers, what will I get? See what happening? I'll get the power m. So I'll simplify this by getting this line here. Right? Now here, what is this here? What is the integral of sine 2x cos x to the m minus 1? Sine 2x cos m is j to the m, right? What do I need in my proof? J to the m minus 1. So this becomes minus 1, right? So now this becomes this, which is in turn j to the m minus 1. All right, now it might be looking a little bit easier because I have j to the n minus 1. I have the original thing. And what is this here? Cos to the m sine 3x. What is that?
That is iron.
That's Im. So I substitute Im and I get this. Now I bring the Im on this side and I have everything else there. I run out of space, so what to do now? Multiply everything by 3n. Multiply everything by 3 and factor out Im. And you have the answer. That's okay? Or that's it. The shorter way to do it is like probably steps in between that, for example here. You don't have to write this 3 times. I just wrote it to hopefully you will see it. When you reach here, just put them together one time. Right? Huh? How again? After, because you're multiplying everything by 2. Because you will have 3 here, m here, and then go through. So this one here, leave 8 lines. This one here is the same thing, just leave 8 lines and you're getting it there. Oh yeah, copy it down. The one that we started in initially, we reached a point where you have to use a different technique to integrate. Right? It's called Euler's formula. But yeah, we all do it. Right? We all do it. So don't worry with that one. Get up from here. Right? But you have to be able to do this. Copy down, we have one more to do. One more. Oh yeah, copy down, we have one more to do. We have 29 feet to do. Dash. These one. This one. Oh yeah, we have one more try. Oh yeah, you'll understand what you have to do with this one here? No. This integral is the same thing here. Right? So you have to make that substitution and work it out.
What's up, you know? That is, whether you, where and from you.
Last one. Last one. I think you all did the first part to this already. This is 2019. I think I gave this to you already, the first part. Just want to do the second part, but real long.
Longer than this one?
About 10 lines there.
No.
6 lines, 6 lines. Actually, no. Try that there, right? Just do my favor now. Check and see if you did part 1 already. I think I gave it up already. Check and see if I gave it part 1. Part 1, not part 2. Part 2 is all we have to do. Go, and I will part 1. Oh. These you got all next to the end. Do the next to the Alright, that's alright. Well, let's try this fast now. Let's see. So I didn't do the NV44. Yeah. That's like the first thing I did. First and second one I did, right? Alright, if I didn't do it, I will do it fast now. No, I want to do part 2. So I did part 1 already, right? We did part 1. So let's try part 2 fast to go bell ring. Hurry up. Bell go and ring that sound. Yeah. If you actually give me that mad question before, we'd have finished out already. Yeah, but I don't mind with I did that errors where I want to work it out. Outside, but maybe I start also. No, that book, that's my old book called Full of Law. I used to have it here and when I was like I was doing my piece and book.
I bring back your person.
That's true.
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah, so forget part 1 because we cleared part 2. That's not right. Before we start, before you all started, right? You all just tell me F32. What does that mean? F32. What does that mean, Olia? Right. It means N is 3 and X is 2. Try that fast in the formula. It is a little, it's not hard. It's just long. I can take this off. I can take this off. Because I want to show online on the board. Yeah. If you had 8, you'd have figured. 8. 1 more.
No, what?
Yeah.
After that. Let's block it.
You can do it.
Go ahead, look on that side.
Taking it off, right?
Yeah.
Right, so you have to find f of 3, 2. So it means that x is 2 and it's 3. And what would be f of 3, 1? That wouldn't fit here. All right. F of 3, 1 means n is what? N is 3 and x is 1. Let's do it quickly because you all wouldn't do it for homework. Sorry. I will come back. Same damn thing. I think my last one. Oh, yeah, so let's plug it in. Let's see what you got. What would be f of 3, 2? I just doing one line, right? I'm using the formula, of course. X is 2, n is 3, n is 3, f of 2, x is 2. What do I need to find next? Darian, what do I need to find next? F of what? F of 2, 2. I have to find this next, right? Right, so now n is 2, x is 2. So that's 2 ln 2 squared minus 2 f1, 2. What do I have to find next? Darian, just dumpling just now. Right? Darian, what's the next step? What I have to find? F1, 2, right? So F1, 2 is what? Just be careful earlier. N is what? N is now 1, right? So that'll be 2 ln 2 to the 1 minus 1 F0 to the 2. Right? What is F0 2? What's F0 2 fit? Right? Anything to the power 0 is 1. Right? Anything to the power 0 is 1. What's the next step? Plugging it in here, and then here, and then here. You see? You sure? Right? So here becomes what now? Here becomes 2 ln 2 minus 2. What does become?
On.
2 ln 2 squared
Nine.
minus 2 by this, right? So that's minus 4 ln 2 minus 1 and minus a plus, right? And you have the line on top, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a time with this sign, right? So that'll be 2 ln 2 cube minus 3 by this minus 3 by this minus 3 by minus 2 is minus. So this is f of 3, 2. Now you have to go and find what? F of 3, 1, right? Right, because we missed in class next week, I'm going to give you a list of reduction formulas. You can try it, then I'll send you out. Right? We will try to do a makeup or methodology for us. Yeah, probably,
Tuesday, next week.
but what I'm gonna do that one for.
Next week.
So the same goes she has done, I don't want to do all the solution. Right, I'll message all and you're done. I want to talk more is. Alright? So what I will do is I'll give you reduction from the questions, I'll give you a week to try it and then I'll do the answer. Right now, chamber 282 has medium, right? Right, so you can wrap up, finish up, F of 3-1. Anybody found F of 3-1 as that? Anybody got this for F of 3-2? Let's make sure, right? Right, but watch it here. We almost done, because watch. We have this, we have this, we have this. So anybody can guess what F of 3-1 is? Wait, we have the answer already? We have it already? Find F of 3-1. Check back my sign here earlier. And anybody do F of 3-1? Right, well finish this and see what you get, right? Check back this sign for me, please, earlier. Check back this sign for me, please. I skip a step and just multiply it out. Check back this sign here. Come on. Alright, copy that down. Right, just finish up this last part for me. Find F of 3-1. Alright,